we've seen a couple images from the raid already, but we got more now. And now these are nice images because there's no NPCs running around in here. It's just really the raid itself, so you can take it all in, take in the lusciousness of the environments. Now, what I will say about this raid is I'm just a little bit disappointed. Now, why is that? You say, why, Sam? It looks beautiful. It does, but it does also look like just another dragon facility, unfortunately, which is what we've been getting. So yes, it is not an underground cave like the previous raids that we've done. You know, Aberrus and Vault of the Incarnates were both very cavey. You know, they both were underground, and this isn't. But one thing it is it's another dragon facility. A lot of the architecture on the walls and stuff is very similar to what we've seen, and you would expect something different when we're talking about raiding inside of what is going to be the Emerald Dream. So, I'm not saying the raid looks ugly. It's pretty cool that they created basically a whole wing that is related to just, you know, how it looked originally. You know, it's a nice, clean wing, looks pretty and everything. And then the other wing has already been destroyed by Farak. So you see here images like, oh, everything's burnt to a crisp, lava everywhere, and you got the whole, you know, hellfire shit leaking in. We're also going to be fighting the leader, you know, basically what is it? The Fire Lord. We're going to be fighting the Fire Lord himself. Yeah, so I think we see a little bit of the platform there in that last image I checked out. Well, it was built in the Dragonlands. Was it? Is that the story? Is that why it looks like something from our world? Because to me, this looks like a facility that could have been seen in our world. It's not necessarily a facility that looks like it belongs in the Emerald Dream, and yet here it is in the Emerald Dream. So it was built. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense lore-wise, but sometimes, yeah, fuck the lore. It can be something that looks a little bit different. Like I said, the raid itself, I'm not saying it looks bad. It even gives me some Suramar vibes, honestly. The raid doesn't look bad at all. I just wanted something, you know, a bit more out there, I guess. If I'm in the Emerald Dream, I'm expecting some really high fantasy vibes. Oh, look at that, the green dragonflight flag's on there. I never noticed that before. What is up, Helena? But all in all, I think the raid does look pretty. It does. It's a nice looking raid, and it looks pretty large. Again, we're going to be fighting the Fire Lord, so I believe this is the platform we'll probably be fighting on him, given little ring of runes and everything around it. Yeah, this looks like a cool boss platform. I wonder what will be happening here. Now remember, these boys have all teamed up with Farak, so they'll be coming in and destroying, trying to burn down the World Tree, or what is it, embrace it in fire or something like that, as Farak describes. He's not just trying to burn it down, he's trying to convert it into some kind of fire tree, so he can take power from it in some way. I'm sure we're going to get a monologue from him about what he's going to do exactly. We've gotten a little bit of it in the cinematics recently, but I'm sure we're going to get a bunch more. He's going to do his classic boss monologue. You know, every boss has to do their thing. You know, some bosses have cool lines like, no king rules forever, my son, and then other bosses, well, they say things like, you know, what is to come. You know, you can't stop what is to come. Yeah. The jailer's dead. That's the good thing. But more, you know, all these images, they look nice. Lots of lava and fire, and at the same time, lots of
super rare on me, yeah.
Yeah, and super rare come everywhere. That's right. This room in particular looks like it just got burned, and there's still a little center here that's green. That's kind of cool looking. Ooh, waterfalls and stuff. Another thing that's going to really set the ambiance for it. Oh, I know, this is another boss room where that cool boss was standing that we saw an image of. The ambiance here will really be set by the music as well. Oh, these all look like dream catchers, don't they? That's what that reminds me of. But all in all, nice looking raid. Nice looking bosses from what we've seen so far, and we're going to get to raid test this real soon. This looks like a portal that will probably open after you kill the boss in this room. Oh wow, look at that, surrounded by waterfalls. That looks pretty nice. Yeah, all in all, nice looking raid. But let's get more focused on Farak. So the Farak encounter, again, will not be tested. So these are the only really things that we're going to see of this until we enter the raid ourselves, or until we watch the Race to World first. Helena, I'm doing good. How are you? Okay. Oh, This is a very far out, zoomed out look at the platform here. So it looks like Farak makes it to the seed. I would assume this is an image of the seed of the world tree Amirdrassil that we planted, and this is what it looks like so far. So the platform that we'll be fighting him on is right here, and obviously he's trying to like infuse the seed with fire of some sort. Damn, that looks like a massive background to that platform. Okay, yeah, the platform looks pretty big. Obviously edges that you could fall off, which I probably will. And I'm sure a lot of this, the entirety of this platform really is. It doesn't look that massive when you look at it. Maybe I can't get a good scope of scale here because there's no NPCs sitting on the platform. But man, that background with all the leaves, that looks pretty. Yeah, blooming, full bloom. The skybox also looks pretty cool. I wonder if all that's going to be moving around, because that would create a pretty cool image in the background there. Yeah, so floating in what looks like just space. Okay, so these are images of the pod that is behind him. So if you look at this image of Farak here, you see there's like a pod, blooming pod behind him. It looks like this is like a fire version of it, and it looks like he's going to be doing things to this pod as we fight him. So we see like just a regular image of the pod. Okay, and then we see a slightly burnt to crisp image of the pod. So I'm guessing he's going to be shooting it with fire, and we're going to have to stop him in some way from doing that. Oh, wow. This looks like you're about to lose the fight. Okay, the pod is like fully enveloped in fire now. So that's the last image we have here that's been data mined so far. Again, we're not going to get to see this fight until it's actually done, and that'll probably be the first time we'll actually see it. Will be, on Twitch in the Race to World first. But other than that, these are the only images we're going to really get. I can't wait to get the legendary weapon off Farak, man. I need that thing as a Death Knight. That's it in terms of the raid, and the rest of this is really just a friendly reminder. I forgot about this, and I want to remind you guys too. Whenever you're doing the new dream searches right now that are going on in 10.1.7, you can get off the lieutenants these charred elemental remains. Don't just delete them or throw them away or sell them, because if you combine 20 of them, you'll get this mount. And this is going to be a limited time mount. Once the dream searches are done, this thing's supposed to be gone. So try to get it. I actually forgot about this, and here's your friendly Sam reminder. Go in, do the dream searches at least for this reason, and get that damn mount.